money in stock, got a dividend. Effective stock and a capital gain. Take a ride on the gravy train. Times are rough, you don't need to worry.
You got that right.
You're on the money. Got TNT in your IRA. Put some away for that rainy day. Listen good and I'll tell you how to invest with NASDAQ and the Dow. Money's tight, you don't need to worry.
You got that right.
You're on the money. Life's getting better like the lottery. Got peace of mind and security. Plan for the future, plan for the day. Don't look forward.
Oh, hi. Excuse the casual appearance. For those that live in the East Coast area, it's been a scorcher. I think we've had 80 plus days for, I would say, 5 of the last 7 days, and hey, I'm just chilling out, taking the opportunity. All right, let's get the glasses off and observe the courtesy of your local Eastern Seaboard beach. Okay, thank you very much for coming back to view and support or patronize the show and its producers. On the Money wants to thank you for your patronage. This is fourth episode of On the Money. Finally straightened out the website to the point where it is now possible for visitors to the website to archive or upload or download or whatever the load expression is previous episodes, which means you can see the stuff you've missed and you'll be kept in a loop and you'll be much easier. Okay. To get straight to the subject matter of the show, I had originally tabled the subject matter to be religion and its funding. I was very sort of stoked up about that. I thought it would be a very controversial show, and I invited a few quote-unquote of the clergy and ministry to basically take advantage of the opportunity to view. Okay, now, they're moving cameras on me. Today's show is going to be a very basic show, and what's going to happen in this series is we're going to paint broad brushstrokes. That means we're not going to throw you in the deep end. We're going to give you general advice, and as you become more savvy and you develop more market acumen, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty and make things a little more comprehensive. Okay, as I said, the subject matter for today's show was going to be the church and its funding, you know, and we're going to look at certain things that I didn't understand, if you pardon the expression, but we've scotched that, and I'll tell you why. I'm down in the Wall Street area often, and I was with a broker colleague of mine for lunch. This had to be 3 or 4 days ago. We were looking at another bunch of guys eating their food in the deli, and one of them was reading the Wall Street Journal, and my colleague commented and said, well, you know what, in my 11 years as a broker, I've never read the Wall Street Journal, and I was like flabbergasted. Then it suddenly occurred to me, if this guy here, a seasoned broker of 11 years, is intimidated by the contents of the Wall Street Journal, what does that say to the layperson? Now, what I want to do today is this. Okay, first things first, the Wall Street Journal is a market leader. It's a globally recognized. You're not going to understand the contents, and I'm not going to analyze how it's made up in 28 minutes, which is the length of time that I have on this show. But what I am going to do is I'm going to explain to you why smoke and mirrors is what happens down in the lower canyons of Wall Street, and it's designed to perhaps keep you in the elite club, which is the financial experts, quote unquote. Okay, come with me, camera 4. We're going to look at some very basic facts, and then we're going to talk about what they mean. I invite you guys, by the way, once you've seen this show, to go out, I mean, this is obviously a case study, to go out and pick up a copy of the Wall Street Journal, wrong pen, and you will see for yourself what I'm talking about. Now, the Wall Street Journal, whilst it is thick and complex and chock-a-block with stats that would scare the pants off any accountant is only news. It's just telling a historic story. So don't believe the hype. Let's look at it in a common sense approach. Okay, there's only 4 sections, as I mentioned. 4 sections. Stay with me, camera 4. WSJ, all right? The first section is actually the most famous. It's page 1, as any journal or periodical would have you believe, is where they draw in the subscriber, the reader, etc. Section 1 is all the news. I'm going to break down these categories, then I'm going to tell you about the ones that you need to know, and I'm going to tell you about the ones that it's nice to know. This show by its very nature is short in time span. Therefore, I can't cover every topic from every possible area. It's just not feasible. So we're going to arm you with enough information to get by and make intelligent choices. Section 1 is all the news. What that means is top stories. All right, it's what they sell, how they sell the paper. This is all news. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure this out. It's all global news. If interest rates change, it'll be page 1. If IBM go out of business, it will be page 1. Okay. This is marketplace. This is the important section. You can get by in life without reading this. Now, the Wall Street Journal probably won't agree with me, but this is a forum and I'm expressing an opinion. Marketplace is all, if there's an expression that which is all the news that's fit to print. Marketplace is all the news that you need to know. I have to do something about my handwriting. And that affects you as a family man or as a tax-paying citizen, etc. In other words, it's for normal people. I'm assuming that everyone watching this is a normal person. Thank you. Okay, 3. Don't ever look at 3. 3 is exactly what scares the pants off everyone that looks at the journal. 3 is the columns and columns and columns and columns of minute statistics that, if you look at, would give you poor eyesight, but in reality is just an accounting function. All that money and investing is a report of prices of financial instruments. For example, probably can't list all of them from memory. Stocks, bonds, currencies, futures, options on futures, bonds, municipal bonds, government bonds. The list is endless. So you can get through all of your entire life without knowing what prices some obscure mining stock in Singapore closed at last week Friday. So we've made it clear that marketplace is something that you need to know. Section A is nice to know. Section 3, forget it. In fact, in this technological day and age, you don't need Section 3 because you're online. If you want a price, go online and get it. I'm surprised that they still print Section 3, but for the purposes of getting through your day and not killing yourself with information overload, ignore it. Okay, Section 4 is more of a cultural entertainment section. It's actually called Weekend Journal, and it is for those people that insist on having a life.